Hi there, everyone. Welcome to Fantasy for the Ages, the show where a father and son get together and talk about fantasy, science fiction, and other nerdy things that we enjoy. Today, we're coming at you to talk about another book from Pierce Brown's Red Rising series. This one being Iron Gold, book 6?
No,
5?
not even close. 4.
This is only the 4th one?
This is either 4 or 1, depending, because it is the 4th book in Red Rising stuff. However, there was a Red Rising trilogy, and then it kind of continues with a new thing, and this is the first of that.
So guess what, guys? I've not read these yet, which is why I'm clueless as to what book in the series it is.
Shocker.
At least I knew the author. These are on my TBR, partly because Zach has really enjoyed reading them.
I have.
So I will get there. But I mention all this to point out this is spoiler-lite. It's a book blast. Zach's not going to ruin the plot at all. He's just reacting to the story. If you enjoy what you hear from him today, please be sure to like it down below. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. Leave comments down in the comment box about your thoughts on this. And look in the show notes and other ways you can get in touch with Zach and I. So tell me what you thought of Iron Gold.
And we're going to start with the disclaimer that this book does something that I often don't like.
Oh boy.
There's a time jump.
Another time jump.
It's about 10 years.
So the original trilogy all happens together in a flow. And then there's a time
flow.
jump.
There might be a jump of like a year or two every now and then, but
nothing
it's not
huge.
significant.
Okay.
That being said, this one does 10 years.
Okay.
And it doesn't feel too crazy significant. Things happen and develop, but it's like we jumped to a further point so that we can have more developed in what we knew was going to be happening. And we can kind of skip through some of the nitty gritty of developing that. We get new perspective within some of the characters, some new characters here and there, some new ideas that are built up a little better, but it is still a lot of the same characters, especially a lot of the same main characters, and they haven't changed too drastically. So it's a time jump. It's not a time jump that completely changes everything, so we're fine.
Okay.
This does kind of really dig into some of the Roman history that inspires these books.
Okay.
In a good way, but also exploring some of the ideas of at what point do you go from being a liberator to a tyrant? Is there such a thing as pursuing peace in a warlike manner too far? When is it okay to accept an end to things? And sometimes is that just wishful thinking? However, we also get something new in this book compared to the previous 3 books. The previous 3 books were pretty much all from one character's point of view.
Oh, okay.
This book, that character is one of the main points of view, but there are 3 other main points of view.
Okay.
And they are all very different characters, experiencing different points in life. Some of them kind of disillusioned from what our original main character is kind of seeing. Some of them in different ways, some more naive of the world, some more scorned and bitter at this point.
Okay.
And we get to see and explore multiple different areas of space and society. We no longer exist just in the society that existed before, but the different iterations that are going around and the conflict therein.
So do you feel the addition of new POVs, many different perspectives, enriches the story over the previous ones, or is it just different?
I've heard some people don't like it as much because they don't grow attached to certain characters. I like it simply because it allows for the original main character to still kind of double down into the same way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And we can see different perspectives without them having to drastically change. I like being able to see these different perspectives and be like, oh, we don't just have to experience this character being like, they don't agree with me. Instead, we can get inside the head of someone who disagrees with them. And I do think it is a boon to the story to have that. I think it makes sense to not have done it until we get to this point. But it's one of the things that really, I think, marks this as the start of a new series in this world,
okay,
not just a book 4.
Okay. So you get what the author has done here, and it makes sense to you.
I would say so, yes.
Okay. Would You say the tone of this story shifts enough that some people who like the original trilogy won't want to go on. It's not the same story, basically.
I don't think so. If you do feel that way, I'm sure you're valid, but I don't agree with you. I think it's still a lot of the things that you came to like and love, but with some new ways to see this world as well. And I think that that's a fresh new take. If you're looking for something that is just the same vibe over and over, I would point you over to the Dresden Files instead.
Oh, hey!
That's going to be more comfortable for you. This may take you a little bit out of the comfort zone that you had in the first 3 books occasionally, but it's still the same world in a way that makes sense and is good. We're just exploring some different aspects.
So you think I'll still enjoy it, though?
I think so.
All right. Very good. Any last word?
Word.
Word. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll talk to you next time.